Hey, bye, guys. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. I know my folks that usually watches Nesto. I have a Nesto group. I have a YSL group. I have a Sylvia group. I just have all kinds of group. But hello, everybody. Let me just say hello to the folks in the chat. Hey, Jackie Tabasco. Hey, Nakenya. Hey, Sierra. Hey, Trissy. Hey, Gigi. Let me tell my folks that I'm live. Guys, can you guys share the live? Because I got some information for you guys. And I'm going to share some stuff with y'all. Hold on. Let me tell my peeps I'm live. I had a very hard day, long day, very long day, and it's my moment to woosah tonight. It's a woosah moment tonight, and can I just tell you guys how I feel tonight? Can I share how I feel tonight? Can I share how I feel tonight? Jeff got a huge. I wonder what he's been eating. Javon, I don't know what he's been eating. I don't know what's on, but Big Jeff is coming on my live this weekend, and I'm gonna do like a private thing that I'm gonna I'm gonna do a private thing here. But you guys ready? I am going to tell you guys what happened today. As far as can we just clap and say yay that the trial is finally really starting? Can we clap our hands on that? The trial is finally starting. Whoop whoop. Trial is finally starting. Can we clap on that one? Yes. Trial is finally starting. Opening argument starts on the 27th, which is Monday, the Monday after Thanksgiving. Today they had a lot of motions to be done. And then there was Tall Glass. Tall Glass, you stay right there, Tall Glass, because I got something to tell you, Tall Glass. Tall Glass, I got something to tell you. Stay right there. Stay right there. So they did a lot of motions today. A lot of freaking motions was talked about today. But I'm gonna give you guys what you didn't see on I'm gonna tell you what you guys didn't see on the camera. The real stuff, the nitty gritty, the things behind the camera, behind the scene that only if you're there you can discuss it. But what I'm gonna do, Tall Glass, since you was in this the Law and Crime channel, I happened to see you over there, right, Tall Glass? I typed in there and get ready to say hi, to hello everybody, and I noticed Tall Glass didn't say anything to me. Tall Glass didn't say anything to me. I was like, what? Something wrong. Tall Glass would talk to me. Wait a minute. Tall Glass and the other people that saw in there, they would talk to me. I'm like, why is nobody talking to me? Why? So then I went on the channel with my infamous slide channel, and I look, and I don't see my message. I was like, what? Infamous Sylvia is my name on that, Tall Glass. I said, I don't see my message. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I'm blocked. I'm freaking blocked. I was fuming, y'all. I was fuming. I was so much fuming. I'm blocked. I'm blocked from the last time. Let me tell you why I'm blocked, right? Let me tell you why I was blocked, y'all. Because several months ago, when, because I've been in a courtroom, and I would come into the chat, and people would ask me questions, right? And I would answer the questions about what's going on in the court. So I guess some of them, you send me a cash app, Renee? Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on, Renee. You send me a cash app today? Thank you. Thank you for the cash app, S. Renee. Appreciate you, girly. Appreciate you. Thank you for my cash app. No, I saw your comment, tell guys, but let me finish telling y'all, right? Finish telling y'all. So I'm like, I'm blocked. And the thing is, I've been at the court since last year this time. In fact, it's been a whole year of me being at Fulton County court regarding YSL, right? And so like around, I would say around February, I would come into the chat when I was bored, and people would ask me questions, and I would answer it because I'm here at the courthouse, and I know exactly certain things that happen. In fact, I would tell them things ahead before they see it, because everything's like in a delay. So I guess whoever is in law and crime mods, they decide. At first, they used to do like delete my messages. They would delete my message, right? And then they blocked me. Now here's why I'm pissed off right now. Let me tell you why I'm pissed off. Today, because I build relationship. My personality is, I'm not trying to brag on myself, but my personality where I am very likable, right? Either you love me or you hate me. That's just, there's no in between. Either you love me or you hate me. And most people that don't love me can't, hate me. You know what I mean? They hate me, right? So, but around the court, I am very well liked. I have built a lot of connections, right? A lot of connection, and people like me, generally like me, and they don't mind being around me. They share information and things like that with me. I'm very trustworthy. I'm a hard worker, and I love what I do, and I do it with excellence. And I'm not trying to pat myself in the back, but I do things with excellence, right? And it's not my fault people hate me, because I know stuff. I know a lot of stuff, right? But I'm not big-headed because stuff that I know. You know what I mean? I'm very humble, and I'm willing to help you, and I'm a giver, okay? So remember earlier when I got on my live and I told you guys I guess something's getting ready to go down. I already knew that there was a plea deal that was about to happen, because on Wednesday we stayed late, and there was some things that's going on, and one of the attorneys submitted a motion, and I saw the motion, and the motion, he was asking for a leave of absence for one of the defendant, right? It was a leave of absence, right? So today I knew there was going to be a plea deal, and they were negotiating a plea deal going on, right? So I got to the court, went into the media room, as happy-go-lucky and very pleasant person that I am. I shared with the people that was in the media, because they didn't know. They sitting in there not knowing what's happening. But because I build my rapport with different people and connects, I knew information that the others did not know. So I went in the room and I was like, hey guys, there's a plea motion going on. They're like, what? A plea motion? Where? What's that? And so I said, follow me. I said, follow me, I'll show you, right? So I go into like the courtroom where YSL is, right? And I know the person who's the camera guy. The camera guy is a camera guy for law and crime, right? So he's coming out, right? He's coming out. And then I was like, where you go? He says, I'm about to go home because there's nothing happening here. I was like, oh, yes, it is. He's like, what's happening? I said, there's a plea deal going on. He was like, what? I said, yeah. Because then he calls law and crime, whoever the office person is, and tell him, I'm told there's a plea deal going on, right? So he puts me on the speakerphone, the person on the speakerphone, and I explained to the person there's a plea deal, and I told him what the courtroom was and everything, right? And so he was so pretty like thankful to me that I told him, because he was about to go home, right? They get upstairs, and this is how they got footage for the plea deal, because it was me. It was me that told them. Nobody else but me that told them about it, okay? Me, okay? So when he got up there, the equipment wasn't up there, so he couldn't use the equipment because it was like he had to set up, and so he decided he was going to film it on his phone, right? Listen, do it on his phone. So he recorded the whole thing on his phone. So when he recorded on his phone, he tried to upload it to Law and Crime, right? Try to upload it to Law and Crime, and he was having trouble. He was having trouble to upload it to Law and Crime. And what do Sylvia do, the kind person that I am? I let him use my laptop so he can upload it to Law and Crime, okay? Because he could do that WeTransfer from my laptop, and he was able to send it off to Law and Crime. These are the same people, the same folks that blocked me inside the chat. The same folks. Now you tell me, if it wasn't for me, they would not have any footage. They wouldn't even know there was a plea deal going on. But though that ungrateful, I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is that blocked me. But one of them blocked me. Okay, I just want to say. But hey, Cash. Yes, Tall Glass. Because when I saw you in the chat, and I'm typing the Tall Glass, and Tall Glass is not talking to me. Wait a minute, why Tall Glass not talking to me? So I went on to my Sylvie, the other channel that I have, and I logged in. I seen it. I was like, I'm not even in there. I was like, that is so evil. So that's what happened, guys. Sure did. And I didn't even charge them for them to use my laptop to send file over to them, so they would be like, have it first. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Let the truth be told, y'all. But on the meanwhile, guys, let's go ahead on and show the coverage for today. Hold on. But that's how people do you, y'all. That's how people do you. Mm-hmm. Yep, you better than me. From here on out, they wouldn't get information from me. But Sierra, I'm just not that type of person. I share. There's so many, that's why God gives me favor, because it's a cutthroat industry, and I'm not cutthroat. I'm not gonna do that. I'm 56 years old. There's no need for me to try to rise up to the top of the food chain. I'm on the latter part of my life. I want to live comfortably, happy, and no stress. You know what I'm saying? If it makes them happy to be dirty, to do dirty things like that, so do you people? But I just wanted to call them out, because let me tell you something. I'm not a fool. I know my worth. I'm not a fool. So, but the mods don't know you got the hookup and with the cameraman. I don't have a hookup with the cameraman. I help the cameraman. he was so grateful to me. He was so grateful to me. I helped him. I was no hookup with the cameraman. I helped the cameraman. The cameraman didn't have the equipment. He didn't even have everything he needed to get the stuff over to them. That's why I said you better than me. It would take a few times before I start being nice, and I haven't reached out my part. Okay, let me go ahead on and show you guys the footage, and then But I just want to show you, because when you try to do dirty and try to do ugliness, God sees that. And let me tell y'all something. Tomorrow or Saturday, whichever day I choose to do the interview, I'm not giving my interview like I did before. People are not going to steal my stuff like they did before and utilize it. I'm going to protect my property, my intellect property, because it's my property. Once I do an interview, it's my property. And I am not going just to release it anymore, where people go get thousands and millions of views and I just sit there and get nothing. And folks just suck and dry. I'm not doing it no more. I do the work, y'all. And I do daggone good work. And I'm not going to let anybody shortcut me anymore. I'm not doing that. Not doing that. And Mr. William only does interviews with me. Only. It's exclusive with me, because he knew how, when he was trying to get people to do interview, they wouldn't do it. I was the only one that was willing to. So now all of a sudden people wants to steal my stuff. I'm not doing that no more. So everything's going to be private, and I'm going to find a way to have my own channel, and I'm going to pick and choose who I give my stuff to. I'm not putting it on YouTube, make it easy access for fair use. Nope. I'm going to record it behind the scene. I would do it voice only, no face. Yeah, so okay, but they'll try to do voice. They'll try to steal my voice stuff too, because then people start saying, "Oh, why you gotta put this on there? Why you gotta make your they logo so big over it?" Yeah, I gotta protect myself, protect my stuff. You know, I'm like a starving artist. Only way I get funding is when you guys bless me. And when these big companies, these people get all of this stuff and they take my stuff. It's like, you know how you work hard for something, right? You work hard for something and somebody else gets the credit for stuff you do. Watch your mail behind you. Watch your mail behind you. What mail? Carla, what are you talking about? Watch your mail behind you. My mail? Oh, this here? That's not my address. This is some mail we picked up from somewhere. It's not my address. No, that's not mine. But anyway. Oh, thank you anyway, Carla. That's not my address. That's my stuff I get from my. Thank you. Thank you anyway. One YouTuber has audible watermark. It ruins the background throughout all his sensitive interview. You do what you have to do to protect what you're about to get copyright on your. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, copyright on my material. I'm gonna put it on my own personal website, and if anybody take it, so it's gonna be protected. Mr. William told me I need to make sure my stuff is protected. Are you getting rest? We won't. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I am pretty good. But let me go ahead and show you guys this stuff here. It's a doggy dog world. It's a doggy dog world. And shout out to Rolling Stone for for paying for an attorney for me to represent myself. Shout out to them because they paying for my attorney. Did you? I did eat today. Thank you, Tall Gas. I did eat today. All right, let me go ahead on and show you guys from the hearing. I'm gonna put my It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And that's what I've been dealing with for a while. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory, I guess. It comes with the territory. All right, y'all, let's go. This is a video for the plea deal, okay? Can you guys see this? Sorry, I kicked myself out. Hold on, let me do this. Hold on. All right, here it is. All right, this is during the plea deal with BB. Durante BB, that's his name. He is the do anybody have any question before I start the live? I mean before I start, you guys ready? Your content will go down in history. This is history in the making. Yeah, it will. Tall Glass, I got everything. I have everything for if anybody ever want to do the documentary and stuff. But I'm giving everything to his to the family because they're the one that has gone through this, you know. So you ready? You guys ready? Here we go. Can y'all hear it?
Do you mind giving the amount of paperwork about SIP for this?
You may stand up if you like. You may relocate, but whatever your pleasure.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. BB, you can.
Hey, Pam.
Raise your right hand.
I'm ready.
Mr. BB, you can please state your true and correct legal name.
Say it again.
Can you please state your true and correct legal name?
Durante BB.
And are you the same person referred to in the indictment you just signed of 22 SC 183572? Did you just sign that indictment?
Yes.
Okay. Are you at this time taking or under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medicine?
No, ma'am.
How old are you?
23.
And how far did you go in school?
I went far.
What's that mean?
Like 12.
You went to 12th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Did you graduate?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Do you understand that in this indictment, you are charged with the following offenses? Count 1, conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corruptions Act. Count 8, theft by receiving stolen property firearm. Count 9, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act for the sale of marijuana. Count 10, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute. Count 11, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Count 12, participation in criminal street gang activity. Count 27, armed robbery. And count 28, hijacking a motor vehicle in the first degree. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial.
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your lawyer, Mr. Durante Partridge, about all the facts and circumstances known to you regarding the charge in this indictment, including any potential defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need any more time to discuss this matter with your attorney?
No.
Are you satisfied with his counsel and representation?
Yes.
Mr. Partridge, do you waive formal reading of the indictment?
Yes, for the purpose of the plea.
And do you have any defects, if any, with respect to the indictment?
I'm not aware of any, but if there are for the purposes of the plea, yes.
Yeah, I saw defects in the plea deal, because when the prosecutor tells him that he doesn't have to testify by the state, but according to the paperwork, which I'm going to show you guys the paperwork shows that he has to testify truthfully if he's called. So I don't understand why they tell him he doesn't, but then the paperwork says differently.
Mr. Beebe, have you been arrested on these charges? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, the state is unaware of any outstanding warrants related to these charges. Do you, Mr. Beebe or Mr. Partridge, are you aware of any outstanding warrants that are related to these charges?
No.
Mr. Beebe, has your attorney advised you of the minimum and maximum sentence for each charge you are pleading to?
Yes.
Okay. For the record, I'm going to go back over that with you again. As to count 1, conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, do you understand that the minimum for that charge is 5 years and the maximum is 20 years? Do you understand that that's the minimum and the maximum?
Yes.
As to count 8, theft by receiving stolen property, because it is a firearm, do you understand the minimum is 1 year and the maximum is 10 years?
Yes.
Do you understand as to count 9, violation of the Controlled Substance Act, that the minimum is 1 year and the maximum is 10?
Yes.
As to count 10, for the same charge, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 10.
Yes.
As to count 11, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, that the sentence is 1 to 10 years. Do you understand that?
Yes.
As to count 12, participation in criminal street gang activity, the sentence range is a minimum of 5 years and a maximum of 20. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you understand for hijacking a motor vehicle in the first degree, that the sentence range is 10 years to 20 years?
Yes.
And as to count 27, armed robbery, that the minimum is 10 to 20 years or life imprisonment. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are sentenced as a recidivist, you will serve the entire prison sentence? However, in this case, we are withdrawing the recidivist notice that was filed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand this is a negotiated plea of guilty, which means that the state will recommend to the court the following sentence? As to count 1, conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, 10 years to serve 5 years in prison, followed by 5 years to serve on probation. As to count 8, theft by receiving stolen property firearm, 2 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. As to count 9, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, 2 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1 and 8. Count 10, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, 2 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with counts 1, 8, and 9. Count 11, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 5 years to serve in prison, concurrent with counts 1, 8, 9, and 10. Count 12, participation in criminal street gang activity, there will be 5 years to serve on probation, consecutive to count 1, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Count 27, which is initially charged with armed robbery, we will reduce that to robbery by force and offer 10 years to serve 5 years in prison, followed by 5 years to serve on probation, concurrent with counts 1, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And last, count 28, hijacking a motor vehicle in the first degree, 10 years to serve 5 years in prison, followed by 5 years to serve on probation, concurrent with counts 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 27 for a total sentence of 15 years to serve 5 years in prison with a balance of 10 years on probation. Do you understand that is the sentence, but there are some special conditions? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that the special conditions are that you are to abide in full by each and all the terms of this negotiated plea agreement? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that the state does not intend to call you to testify? Do you understand that?
Yes.
However, if you are called by another party, in this case, you shall testify truthfully. Do you understand that?
Did you hear him? Did you hear that, right? The state is not going to call him to testify, but he could be called by the other party, which is the defense side. That's what they're saying, right? But on the paperwork, I'm going to show you, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that the state's not going to call him.
If any other party calls you,
They're not called.
is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you understand that you shall possess no guns unless your right to do so is restored? Do you understand that you shall commit no criminal acts?
Yes.
Do you understand you shall not promote or allude to YSL in public or on social media? Do you understand that your failure to abide by any special condition of probation shall result in a revocation of your probation, and you shall be subject to serving any remaining portions of the probated sentence in the Georgia Department of Corrections?
Yes.
Do you understand that you also relinquish any Fifth Amendment right related to any statement contained at all in any agreements in this matter? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And then you're saying you have to abide by the plea agreement that we've entered into. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that the court does not have to accept this recommendation? And the court can sentence you to the maximum on each charge and can run those charges consecutively, one after the other. Do you understand that this plea may be used to enhance sentencing on other convictions in this jurisdiction as well as in other jurisdictions, including federal courts?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are currently on probation or parole, your probation or parole may be revoked based on your entering a guilty plea today?
Yes.
Do you understand if you are placed on probation of any kind, you cannot violate any criminal laws of any governmental unit or any special conditions of probation without being subject to revocation for the balance of the sentence?
Yes.
Do you understand that you are not allowed to possess or use a firearm while on probation?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are not a United States citizen, a guilty plea conviction will affect your immigration status and will result in deportation, just like a conviction at a trial would, and that is true regardless of any advice by your attorney or anyone else?
Yes.
Do you understand that neither the court, your attorney, nor the district attorney's office has anything to do with parole, the Department of Corrections, or the Board of Pardon and Paroles, and no one can guarantee parole, no matter what anyone has told you?
Say it again?
Sure. Do you understand that neither the court, your attorney, nor the district attorney's office has anything to do with parole? That is only in the hands of the Department of Corrections. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And no one can guarantee you parole, is what we're saying. The Department of Corrections will decide that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that there may be other adverse or unfavorable consequences as a result of this guilty plea conviction, just there would be from a conviction following a trial? For example, your guilty plea may affect your right to vote, your right to hold public office, your right to serve on a jury, your right to obtain a passport, your right to receive, possess, or transport a firearm, or the ability to obtain employment. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand by pleading guilty to a felony, if you use, receive, possess, or transport a firearm, or use a firearm in a crime, you will be guilty of a felony which may carry a sentence of 1 to 15 years in prison?
Yes.
Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses, by entering a guilty plea today?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up the following rights? And Mr. Beebe, after each right, I'm going to ask you to say yes or no, okay? Do you understand that you're giving up the right to trial by jury?
Yes.
The right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself?
Yes.
The right to confront witnesses against you?
Yes.
The right to assistant counsel hired by you or to court-appointed counsel if you cannot afford an attorney at the trial of your case?
Yes.
The right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
The right to testify on your own behalf and to present other evidence?
Yes.
The right to subpoena witnesses and compel the production of evidence?
Yes.
The right to have the charge against you proved beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
The right to appeal if convicted of these charges after a trial?
Yes.
Has anyone forced, threatened, or promised you anything to get you to enter a guilty plea today?
No.
With respect to indictment 22 SC 183572, how do you plead to conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
How do you plead to theft by receiving stolen property? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
How do you plead to violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act in count 9? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
How do you plead to violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act as to count 10? Guilty or not guilty? How do you plead to possession of a firearm by a convicted felon?
Guilty.
How do you plead to participation in criminal street gang activity?
Guilty.
How do you plead to armed robbery reduced to robbery by force?
Guilty.
How do you plead to hijacking a motor vehicle in the first degree? Is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with a full knowledge of the charges against you?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have only a limited right to appeal this guilty plea conviction?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have only 4 years from today's date for the felony charges to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this guilty plea?
Yes.
Your Honor, had this case proceeded to trial, the state of Georgia would have proved beyond a reasonable doubt that in late 2012, within the Cleveland Avenue area of Atlanta, Georgia, that YSL, who claimed affiliation with the National Blood Gang, was formed. The founders of that organization were Jeffrey Williams, also known as Young Thug, also known as Slime, Walter Murphy, also known as DK, and Trontavia Stevens, also known as Tick or Slug. That this organization uses a number of different identifiers, including colors, clothing, tattoos, and hand signs in order to show affiliation with that organization. That this organization is part of the enterprise, which is Young Slime Life, and that this defendant was a member of this enterprise and conspired to and associate together with others for the common purposes of illegally obtaining money and property through a pattern of racketeering activity and conducting and participating in the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity. In furtherance of the conspiracy, he engaged in a number of different crimes. Specifically, Your Honor, 2 of those crimes in racketeering activity, first being one occurring on May 8th, 2012 at 151 Cleveland Avenue, which is in Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, 30315, which is an Exxon gas station in what is known to be the Young Slime Life gang territory. That Mr. BB was a part of an undercover sting operation at that gas station. Officer Applewhite, APPLEWHAITE, was operating in an undercover capacity. He went inside of the gas station and encountered the defendant. Officer Applewhite asked to purchase marijuana. The defendant asked how much marijuana. Officer Applewhite advised he wanted $20 worth. The defendant then went to the area of the store, weighed up the marijuana, and gave that marijuana to Officer Applewhite. Once the sale was completed, other officers came in and placed Mr. BB under arrest. When they placed him under arrest, he was found with marijuana on his person as well as a gun. The gun was then ran and it came back stolen out of East Point Police Department from a car break-in in August of 2019. Additionally, Your Honor, About a year and 6 months later, in October 12th, 2021, this defendant, along with co-conspirator Christian Eppinger, were at 47 Cleveland Avenue, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, which is also in the Young Slum Life gang territory. While there, the victim, Mr. Darius Smith, was at that location, which is a park
Did she
next
just
to a
burp?
library.
Yeah, did she just burp?
Mr. Smith was speaking with a friend of his, and while speaking with that friend, there were two black males described. One had a blue and black ski mask with a black and silver handgun. The other suspect had a black ski mask with a black handgun. They approached Mr. Smith and stated to him, "Give up that chain." Mr. Smith had a large chain that was very identifiable. That chain was a diamond encrusted chain that looked like a house. It said Trap Commander on it. They also took additional jewelry and other items from Mr. Smith, to include earrings, a diamond gold necklace, 2 iPhones, his car keys. They then went and jumped inside of his vehicle, which was a 2003 GMC Savannah. They then fled the location after robbing him.
Thank you, Todd Glass.
Mr. Smith initially called 911. He had left the location. A friend was able to take him to his brother's house, which was in Clayton County. When he called 911 in Clayton County, they advised he had to come back to the city of Atlanta. He did come back to the city of Atlanta and was able to encounter police, where he reported what happened to him a few hours earlier. During his time in explaining to the police what happened, he gave a description of one of the defendants. He said that he knew or was familiar with one of the defendants from the neighborhood. Although he had a ski mask on, he noticed 2 things: his eyes as well as his hands, and that he was missing a finger. After that, Mr. Smith was able to provide to law enforcement officers social media pages of first Durante Beebe wearing his chain and identifying him as the person with the missing finger that had robbed him. Mr. Beebe was on social media promoting the chain, having the chain, some would say flossing the chain in front of the camera, which was the chain that was stolen from him. Further investigation into social media, the officers were able to identify the co-defendant, Christian Eppinger, as the other person who robbed him. Officers were also able to get the social media information from Instagram, and they actually found on Instagram a recording of Christian Eppinger bragging about robbing Darius Smith that was turned over in discovery. After arrest warrants were taken out, Mr. Beebe was arrested, interesting enough, back at that same location in November of 2021 at the same 47 Cleveland Avenue, where he was arrested on these charges. And then Christian Eppinger was arrested subsequently on these charges in February of 2022 after he shot Officer David Rogers. Additionally, Your Honor, we have social media postings of Mr. Beebe and Mr. Eppinger that are part of our overt acts in this indictment, which shows them being part of and associated with the conspiracy. Mr. Beebe in Act 143 of count 1 of our indictment is posting a picture along with co-conspirator Christian Eppinger wearing what we call an OTS sweatshirt, which is only the flying sweatshirt and sweatpants, again showing his association with the enterprise and the fact that he's acting in furtherance of this enterprise and to promote this enterprise, Your Honor. This is some of the evidence that the state would intend to show if this case were to move forward with trial, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
All right, I'm gonna go and I'm going to get his stuff. Hold on. His attorney's stuff. Hold on a second. All right, guys, here we go.
BB is asking that the court takes that into consideration, that he is ending his journey on this trial and is taking responsibility by pleading guilty. And we're asking the court to accept the negotiated plea that has been placed on the record by the state. Judge, this has been a long and drawn out process. I believe this resolution is a fair resolution. It is an opportunity also for Mr. BB to have another chance at life, to get out and to turn his life around, which he's planned to do. In the past near 2 years that he's been in custody, Judge, Mr. BB has had an opportunity to reflect on the choices that he's made and has had an opportunity to understand that those choices have landed him in this position that he's in currently. And with that being said, Judge, that he's able to get out and get back to his family, Judge. Those have been the people that have been by him throughout this entire time, specifically his mother. So he plans to get out and whenever he is released, Your Honor, and do what he needs to do to stay on the right track and abide by the conditions of probation and not be before this court again. So we ask the court again to accept the negotiated plea.
And Your Honor, before you pronounce, just two additional things. Mr. BB has been in custody since November 17th, 2021. And so the state would be asking for him to receive any credit for that time that he has served. Also, Your Honor, the state did file a recidivist notice under the initial indictment in July 11, 2022. In August of 2022, when the new indictment was pronounced, we did adopt all of the notices from the previous indictment, but based on a negotiated agreement, Your Honor, the state will be withdrawing the recidivist notice which was filed. And then at the conclusion, Your Honor, we'll just have some documents that we'll need Mr. BB to sign, but we'll hand that over to Mr. Partridge now.
Okay, there's also a indictment 21 SC 177912.
Yes.
It's assuming that the court accepts the plea, and also a CP case 23 CP 218502. What is your pleasure on those two matters?
Yes, Your Honor, as it relates to 21 SC 177912, if the plea is accepted, the state will be null processing 21 SC 177912. And as it relates to the 23 CP 218502, we will enter in an MPGJ. We will not present that to the grand jury.
Okay. All right. Anything further, Mr. Partridge?
Nothing further this time, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Mr. Beebe, good afternoon, sir. Sir, did you have the opportunity to fully discuss the facts and circumstances of this case and the matters in indictment 21 SC 177912 and 23 CP 218502 with your attorney, Mr. Partridge, to your satisfaction?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any questions about any of the rights that you give up by entering a guilty plea in this case? Those rights were set forth on the record by Ms. Simone Hilton from the District Attorney's Office. Do you have any questions about those rights you wish to ask me?
No, sir.
Do you give this plea, did you have a chance to also read and sign the indictment that I'm holding up here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have any questions about the indictment as it pertains to you in counts 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 27, or 28 you want to ask me?
No, sir.
All right, I don't know if the indictment's been signed, the plea has been entered. Mr. Beebe, based upon the responses that you've given during the court's inquiry, I'm going to find that your guilty plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I find a factual basis for your plea, and I'm going to accept your plea as tendered and is negotiated. So as to count one, conspiracy to violate the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act, this court will sentence you in accordance with your negotiated plea to 10 years to serve 5 years with the balance probated. As to count 8, theft by receiving stolen property felony, this court will sentence you in accordance with the negotiated plea to 2 years commuted time served concurrent with count 1. As it pertains to count 9, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, this court will sentence you to 2 years commuted to the time you've already served concurrent to count 1. Did I say count 8 correctly? Count 8 is theft by receiving stolen property.
Yes.
All right, okay, let me just redo that one again. That's theft by receiving stolen property firearm. The court will sentence you to, that's count 8, 2 years commuted to time served concurrent with count 1. We go back through count 9, that's violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. That's 2 years commuted to time you've already served concurrent with count 1. As it pertains to count 10, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, this court will sentence you to 2 years commuted to time served concurrent with count 1. As it pertains to count 11, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, this court will sentence you to 5 years to serve concurrent with count 1. Count 12, participation in criminal street gang activity, this court will sentence you to 5 years consecutive to count 1. And on count 27, armed robbery, this court will follow the recommendation and on reduction to robbery by force, will sentence you to 10 years to serve 5 years with a balance on probation. As it pertains to count 28, hijacking a motor vehicle in the first degree, this court will sentence you to 10 years to serve 5 years concurrent to count 1 with a balance on probation. The special I'll also give you credit toward the sentence that has been or is going to be adjudged from November the 17th of 2021 toward the adjudicated time that you may have to serve on a couple of these counts. The state has also acknowledged that they're going to pull or withdraw the recidivist notice so that you will be eligible at some point in time at the discretion of the Department of Corrections, as we mentioned, to be parole eligible. I don't know when that will be. I'm just going to tell you that because that's their exclusive purview. But at some point in time, by withdrawing that notice, they will be able to consider you for parole, okay? All right, special conditions of your sentence are as follows. You shall abide by each and every and all terms of the negotiated plea. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you're called to testify by any party in this case, the state's not going to call you, but if any of the other parties call you, you have to testify truthfully, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can't possess any guns unless and until your right to do so is restored. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You cannot commit any criminal acts. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You can't promote or allude to YSL in public on any social media platform. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And failure to abide by any special condition of probation shall result in a revocation. That means you'll come back before myself or another judge to determine whether or not you've violated the terms and conditions of your probation. So it will subject you to a revocation, and if that revocation is proven, the state's telling you that they're going to ask that any remaining portion be revoked. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. You also acknowledge the fact that you've given up your Fifth Amendment right related to any statement contained within the defendant's factual acknowledgments, which is a separate document which you are going to sign. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Mr. Beebe's explained that to you. Mr. Partridge has explained that to you to your satisfaction?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. And you also agree that you'll make no attempt to assert Fifth Amendment privilege if you're questioned on these matters. You understand that, right? So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, so if you're called later, if it's something you have to testify to, you have to testify in accordance with that, all right? All right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Do you have any questions about the plea that has been entered in this particular case, Mr. Beebe? Anything you want me to answer?
No, sir.
All right. Are you otherwise satisfied with the advice and counsel of your attorney, Mr. Partridge?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Do you have any questions about any of the indictment or any of the plea documents that you have been asked or have been presented to you? All right. And do you give this, let me just ask this one more time. As to counts 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 27, and 28, how do you plead to these particular counts under the indictments that pertain to you?
Guilty.
And you give this guilty plea freely and voluntarily, means your own decision to enter a plea this afternoon?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And sir, then I find that based upon the responses that you've given and the colloquy in this case and the court's questioning of you, that your pleas are freely and voluntarily entered. I find a factual basis. I'm going to go ahead and accept your pleas as tentative and negotiated, sentence you to the as indicated. Now that the plea has been entered and accepted, Ms. Hilton, what is the state's pleasure on indictment 21 SC 177912?
Your Honor, we're gonna null process that indictment.
And as it pertains to case 23 CP 218502?
We will enter an NPG general. We will not present that to the grand jury.
All right. Mr. Beebe, let me tell you one other thing. Once you get out on probation, okay, and you will get out on probation at some point in time, this court's suggestion is if you truly want to turn over a new leaf, move. You need to move out of the area that you're in. Find some other place in accordance with the probation's directives on how you can move, because you can move and there's a procedure you can use to do that. But it might be just a time to start over. What do you think?
Yes.
And you know, and you're 23 years old. You've had enough trial in your life at this point in time. Would you agree?
Yes.
Time to have a little testimony. Time to reclaim your own life, and that you can do in this case, or if you just separate yourself from the people that you've been hanging out with. Find some new friends. Find some new people that are going to be positive in your life. And if they don't add to your life, then you need to cut them loose, because that's the way you'll be able to have a decent life, and a life where you won't have to worry about somebody doing this all the time, knocking on your door trying to find you for some other reason, or also put your life at risk. So just something to think about, okay? But do you have any other questions of me?
I'm sorry.
All right, young man, and that's the sentence of the court.
Your Honor, just very quickly for count 12, which is the,
Participation in criminal street gangs.
just to make sure that it's 5 years probation consecutive.
It's 5 years probation consecutive, count 1. Yes, ma'am. All right, any clarifications, Mr. Chamberlain? Okay, all right, then that will be the sentence of the court. Good luck to you. And thank you, Mr. Partridge.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you to the court staff, the state, Madam DA Fonnie Willis, Ms. Hilton, Ms. Love, Mr. Uhelski as well. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. All right, we're in recess.
All right, guys, that is what happened today in his plea deal. So he no longer is part of the YSL trial. So they're down to 6 defendants. 6 defendants and out of 28. So they're down to 6. Anybody have any question? Anybody have any question? Did you guys get a chance to see some of the footage of what was happening today with all those motions and things not being ready and all this kind of stuff? You really don't like this attorney's move, you said? Did you say you didn't like the attorney's move? You don't like that attorney's move? Which one? The one Partridge? Not being ready on whose side? On the state side, the state. How much time after credit for time served. He's going to get a total, I think, 2 years, and then he has 3 years left over. So in the state of Georgia, as long as you do 50%, I think, then you could be eligible for parole. So once the I think it's 50%, then it's parole. I get a little upset about the evidence stuff, but you can't tell if he's gonna be serious or not. Don't get your hopes up high as far as, him ruling against the state, because he used to be a prosecutor, y'all. Judge Glanville used to be a prosecutor. So he tend to sway more towards the state side than the defense side. Yolanda, you're welcome. Hey, Sylvia in chat. He got a much better deal than the first. Yeah, he got a much better deal because this deal, he doesn't have to testify on, the state cannot call him to testify. Where the other ones, the state is going to call them and they have to call them. So this time they gave him and listen, remember all the charges he got? Remember in the jail, it's allegedly that he was part of a shank stabbing. Remember him and Eppinger? Well, you don't have to worry about that now because they took that away. Yeah, he got a good deal. I think he did. But the thing is of that 10 years of probation. I wonder, is he able to move to another country? Is he able to move to another country? If he's able to move to another country, I think he can handle it. Move to another country for 10 years and then come back after the 10 years. That's what I would do if I was him. There's a way for him to be able to move to another country, just send his money back. So everyone who took a plea deal before has to take, they have to take the stand with the exception of Gunner. Gunner is the only one that doesn't have to take the stand. But everybody else has to take the stand because they're all on the witness list. He can't get a passport, but they could make special thing on that. If he's like, hey, Renee, say he says that he's never going to come back until after 10 years. I think they'll find a way for him to get a passport and not come back. You know what I'm saying? He has to turn in his passport if he was on not on what do you call it? On, like, if you on right before your trial. Trial, like if you on what is that? Bond. If you was on bond, you can't do that. But why is 10 years a setup? Because it's hard to stay out of trouble for 10 years, especially if you've been in trouble all the time. I was asking questions, like I said, what about if he gets a traffic violation? Will he be in trouble? He said no. It's just that if he gets stopped, there's something in his car, he's in trouble. Like if you want to smoke weed, he's in trouble. Even in a state that's legal. If it's illegal in federal, he can get in trouble. You can't have a gun. He can't, let me see. He can't be around people. Remember, he's going to have to stop listening to YSL music. He can't say the word YSL because he can't promote YSL. So it's going to be kind of hard. What do you think about Steele demeanor in court today? He is so frustrated, y'all. Steele is very, he's upset. He feels that a lot of things is being done unfair to him. I mean, based on what he is saying. I didn't like the way the state didn't stand up and address your honor today while doing motions. I think they asked ahead of time. Remember, those motions were Steele's motion. Simone did stand up in the beginning. Simone stood up when she was doing her motions. early in the day. She stood up. Okay, I guess that is. Sorry, I'm yawning. We still move for a motion to dismiss today. Is Monday the start of lyrics? No, lyrics is on Wednesday. Wednesday's lyrics. Tuesday is my motion. My motion's on Tuesday. I go to see the judge on Tuesday, and I did an affidavit statements, and so I will be before the judge on Tuesday. If Gunner completes his probation, he's still a felon, or does go? It goes away. It goes away. Once he completed, he's no longer a felon. He's not on probation or nothing. So he has all he gotta do is do his community service. I hope he did some of it. I hope he did some community service. Get back to community. Yeah. Because as long as I think he has like 700 something hours. He been out long enough to have them done, I would think. Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, because let me tell you, Sandra, they said that those people have to protect themselves while they're in jail because it's these other ones be coming after them, coming for them. Oh, I gotta think, y'all. There's something I'm supposed to be doing again. I am so sleepy, y'all. Y'all don't know how sleepy I am. Hey, tall glass. I had to rewind that part. Show some love. Hit the like button. Yeah, show some love. Hit the like button. It doesn't cost anything except your time and your fingers. Hit that button. Hit the notification button. Share. I got 91 likes and 132 in the chat. The jail is off the hook. It is. It is definitely off the hook. So guys, over the weekend I will be having my interview with Mr. Jeffrey. I did reach out to Judge Manning to find out her availability, and she's going to come back to me with her availability. So I'll let you guys know when Judge Manning is coming on, when Judge Manning is going to come on. Yeah, I got one more live to do. I got to do a members only live tonight because I got to share some updates, some information with the folks tonight. I'm very sleepy. I'm tired. My week is over with, and I have to get some rest. So you being in that court is important for transparency, and you are our voice, eyes, and ears. You provide a check on the system. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Did they ever rule on the family being in a courtroom, or did they say? They didn't say. They haven't said. But Tuesday, I'm gonna go dress like. I probably need to get a haircut, right? So I could look like representative. Like wear my suit. I'm gonna wear my suit on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm gonna wear a suit so I can come in there looking like an attorney. I'm gonna go in there and look at where my barber at. John, are you on? John, I need you. I need a haircut. Let me see if my barber around so I can give him a haircut. Gotta call my barber, see if he can give my haircut. See if I can get a haircut tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna call the barber. Hold on. Let me call my barber. till I get a haircut. I need your email. I can get some case law to argue. Email. Somebody put my email in the chat for her. It's infamous Sylvia Inc. Sylvia at. Hey.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
What's going on, Sylvia?
You know my hair need cutting. Hello.
What you say?
My hair need cutting.
Okay, what time? I mean, I got early customers tomorrow. What time you want to come?
Whatever time I can slip in with no customers around.
Why you want no customer around?
Because I want to look at your customers' faces.
They might get it. They might add to your channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever time you say.
Just come tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning? Okay. I'll be there tomorrow morning. Okay, bye. Sorry, y'all. I gotta get a haircut. Cause look at this, y'all. It's like it can't be doing. I can't pat it anymore. I can't pat it down anymore. That's my email address right there. Sylvia at infamoussylviainc.com. Okay. Renee says she's a law student. Renee, you a law student? That's my email, guys. This 2L is on it. It grows too quick, Carla. Oh my God. I mean, my hair grows so fast. It's like, oh geez. It grows so fast. I know. I just hate to get a haircut in the wintertime because I don't like my head to be cold, but I don't want no hair and look a mess. Oh, congratulations. We're gonna have an attorney in the house. Whoop, whoop. Attorney in the house. Go on, Renee. I'm gonna live my dream through you. Being an attorney, I'm gonna live my dream through you. All right, so you guys, I got one more live to do. Then tomorrow, we're gonna spend some time on some. Should I do strawberry tonight too? What do y'all think? Should I do some Ernesto? Yeah, I am so. That's awesome. What's awesome? Oh, let's read out my Hold on, y'all. Let's read my my article. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's read my article. Let's read my article. Where's my article at? Where's my article? Yeah, didn't I send my article to my phone? Didn't I? Didn't I send my article to the phone? Yeah, I have such a headache. My head is just like bothering me today. When it gets cold, it's just like, ugh. All right, there we go. Got my article. Y'all ready to see my article that I am in? You guys ready to see my article? Yes, read it and get some. Okay. All right, let's read it. Let's read the article. Read my article, y'all. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Young Thug YSL trial jury finally seated more than 10 months. The longest period of jury selection in Georgia judicial history is over as both sides prepare for November trial. All right, it says here, Young Thug is taking it to trial finally. After 10 months, the longest period of jury selection in Georgia judicial history, 9 women and 3 men will decide whether Atlanta rapper Jeffrey Young Thug Williams is guilty or not guilty of orchestrating a drive-by murder of Donovan Peanut Thomas in 2015. Williams stand accused of crimes of racketeering under Georgia's RICO statute, the same law that has ensnared former President Donald Trump. Prosecutors alleged that William led Atlanta YSL street gang and allegedly rented the car used in a hit against a rival gang leader in a dispute over music collaboration and street politics that escalated into a full-blown gang war that left dozens of people wounded or dead. 28 people were initially indicted in this case, including rapper Sergio Gunna Kitchen. Only 7 remain in this case. Well, as of today, it's 6 now, y'all. 7 remain in the case. Several defendants, like Gunna and Young Thug's brother, Quantavious Umfung Greer, took a plea deal in returns for a lengthy probation sentence. No. What's the name? Did not get a lengthy probation. Not Gunna. Only whatever, Quantavious. Okay. Judge Ural Glanville separated others from the trial because of conflicts with their legal representation, courtroom misconduct, or in the case of Jimmy Winfrey, the rapper known as Pee Wee Wasco, because he was a fugitive of the court. Winfrey was arrested in Vegas in July. Young Thug has been held in Cobb County's jail since his arrest in May 2022. Williams, wearing a green sweater and a forest I gave him that tie color, forest green tie, occasionally scrawled as Glanville read the charges to the jury for his co-defendant. To the jury for his co-defendant, otherwise smiling when talking to his attorney and others in the court. Other defendants had been held on Rice Street, Fulton County, increasingly notorious county jail. 10 people have died in the sheriff's custody since the start of 2023. YSL gang defendants have been involved in fights and stabbing, both on the giving and receiving end. Over the course of their incarceration, sheriff's record shows Tanquavius Mender allegedly held a 4-man attack on other inmates in a neighboring section in the jail in May, while an inmate stabbed Durante Beebe. This is Beebe, y'all. This is Beebe, the one that we just got out. Durante Beebe with a prison-made shank in July. Record shows 7 defendants are left in the trial, including Williams, Beebe, Marquez, Huey, DeMonte Yak Gotti, Kendrick, Quemavius Nichols, Quemavius, I guess. Okay. Rodrelius Ryan, and Shannon Stillwell. The trial is scheduled to begin on November 27th, the Monday after Thanksgiving. Jury selection has been vexed by the proposal of 3 to 6 month length of trial and hardship that serving on a panel for only $25 a day creates nearly 2,000 people, on or about one of every 475 adults living in Fulton County, were pulled into the prospective juror pool. Prosecutor from the District Attorney Fonnie Willis' office and defense attorney have painstakingly heard a litany of reason people would be unduly burdened by serving on the trial. These stories of economic precautions have been a tour of civil character of Atlanta, which struggles with deep inequality even as rapper like Young Thug writes verses about Bentleys, Aston Martin, Rarius, and Tussler. I'm happy that we're able to find jurors who were able to be compensated or were able to serve as juror, says Angela D. William, an attorney representing Ryan. Rare in the prospective juror who would be marginally willing to serve, unbiased enough to be fair and capable to walk away from whatever else they're doing for months without their lives being destroyed. The process may be instructive when considering that jury selection will look like in the election interference case unfolded in Fulton County. Our case might serve as a learning tool, D. Williams said. Maybe when it comes to that case, it goes smoother. But we haven't had anything of that caliber here before. Steele and other defense attorneys fought Wednesday to keep a flight attendant in the pool. The flight attendant received notice to be in court while away and could not make it back to Atlanta today. And it had to be today. Glanville made it plain that the court was out of time. Fulton County's court had been operating under special pandemic provision that set aside the requirement of a speedy trial. Those rules expired in July. Under the court's current speedy trial rule, a jury must be selected within 2 judicial terms of the start of the trial, or the indictment is void and district attorney's office will have to start over from square one. The current judicial term expires Monday. Glanville instructed jurors how to get into and out of the courtroom without interacting with the public and sternly directed them to avoid posting anything on social media or talking to others about the case. Anything that would create grounds for mistrial in what is becoming the longest running criminal case in the state's history. If they screw up, he will find out, Glanville said. You're going to tell on yourself, or someone is going to tell on you, he said. We've taken a long time, 10 months, to assemble a jury that is fair, just, and lawful. Be mindful at this admonition of this court. The court still has issues to resolve before opening statement. Attorneys will argue to exclude the testimony of some police investigators, some evidence from 2015 search of a music studio may or may not be excluded, and the question on how lyrics might be used in this trial has not been completely settled. And on Tuesday, this is my part, y'all. Y'all ready? This is my part. On Tuesday, the court will hear a motion filed by members of the media who have been denied entry in the courtroom. Court staff have regularly admitted only reporters that from Atlanta Journal-Constitution to sit in the courtroom, relegating other reporters, including the Rolling Stone, to a media observation room. The exclusion began in April, shortly after reporters witnessed a drastic courtroom event, in which Ryan was led out of the court screaming, to be strip searched in the courthouse back room where sheriff deputies found marijuana sewn in his underwear. No explanation was given for the change in the media policy. Reporters from Fox 5 Atlanta, Atlanta 11 Alive, NBC affiliate, and independent journalists like Sylvia Tumasimi, that's me, y'all, who have been prevented entry, nonetheless have signed a judicial order that permits their presence in court. Ha! Y'all heard me? Y'all see that? Y'all see that, y'all? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see your girl name in that paper right there? You see I highlighted it? Let me make it bigger so y'all can see it. I got a little small part, y'all. Hold on. There we go. I'm getting bigger. Here we go. My name getting bigger. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Right there. You see me? I'm so silly. You see me? I'm so silly. Yeah, y'all see me? Rolling Stone wrote that about me, y'all. It's small, but it will be full article soon. Thank you. There go my sister. Hey, sister. Yep. Got my credit. Sis, I had to tell you what happened today. Let me tell you, I got blocked on a channel on Law and Crime. I was blocked, but listen, I helped them out in the thing for them to get yeah, thank you, Cash. Is this the Cash I know? Which Cash is this? Is this the Cash I know? Okay, is it the male Cash or the old lady Cash? Which Cash is it? Tell me which Cash is it? Which Cash is it? Is it my Cash, the one that kicked me to the curb? Or is it? Yes, they blocked me. Yes. Yes, they blocked me, sis. They blocked me. They surely did block me. They blocked me. But tomorrow I'm going to get him my haircut. So when I get in that stand, if I have to get on the stand, Law and Crime trips. They do. They do. I'm not going to say who it is, but I think I know who she is because she's, when people was asking me questions when I was in the chat, she got kind of jealous because the folks was asking me questions because I'm in the courtroom, and she didn't want your girl to shine. She didn't want your sister to shine. Yeah, Emily said, that's why I reached out to Emily. I'm like, chat with your girl. Emily, chat with your girl. Because I'm going to give you the exclusives, Emily. Because it's up to you. Come on, sis, come on up in here. Hold on, sis. Come in here for a second. Come in here for a second. Come in here for a second. Yeah, they're trying to dim my light, Steph. They're trying to dim my light, y'all. They're trying to dim me. They were mad and sure was. Haters, man. They just hate. And guess what? Listen, their camera person didn't even know that the plea was going on, y'all. I had to tell the camera person there was a plea going on because he was going home because there was nothing going on. They're very cutthroat. You new here? Okay. Oh, Cash. Well, we're friends. You're gonna be my friend, Cash. I like your name. Yeah, I mean, they are very cutthroat. When I'm telling you, some of these people, man, they are so what is it? What's another word that we can use? Other than cutthroat. They can. What is it? Yeah, I need another word for them. And then they got the nerve to act like the stuff belonged to them. It's a feed. It's public information. It's a feed. It's a feed. Conniving. Yes, that's what it is. Conniving, Coco. They connive. They are just like so. It's a doggy dog world too. The dog eat dog. Very much territorial. Yeah, like they act like it's their stuff. Aggressive. Yeah. It's like, dang, I'm a little fish in the sea, and I'm not even a piranha. Yeah, no, I think I am a piranha now. I might be little. I'm a piranha. I got big bites. I'm a piranha. So, yeah. I mean, and it's not like I'm big as them because they're like 5 million subscribers. I got what, 21,000? Come on now. How you gonna be scared of little old me? I got 21,000 subscribers. You gonna be mad at little old me? And you got 5 million subscribers? You are baddie and independent. Baddie and independent. Baddie and independent. Baddie and independent. Girl, I saw them kissing them mods, but I ain't kissing no mods, but you are the court blogger. Vlogger, Steph, not blogger. Vlogger. I'm a vlogger. I'm a court vlogger. I was given that title. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna end this. And we're gonna come back and we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation. I wanted to there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, y'all. Sis, check your message. I'm gonna text you for a second. I'm gonna tell you something. Check your message. I'm gonna text you. Hold on. I gotta get okay. I'm gonna text you in a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna text you right now. Get my message? Your past vlogger, you got Rule 22, boo. You part of the team. Oh, yes, I am. I've gotten so many Rule 22. Hey, Courtney, this weekend, Big Jeff. I'm doing an interview with Big Jeff. I'm not letting everybody see it. Not letting everybody see it. Nope. Yes. Tomorrow, I don't know. I haven't decided. He told me he wants to come on my he wants to do a live with me. He wants to do an interview. He wants to do an interview. Because you know what, you crazy. You crazy, her meme, man. She be killing me with those memes. She be killing me with the memes. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do like a I'm gonna get off, y'all. I'm gonna get off. I gotta chit chat with somebody in a minute, and I'm gonna come back. I'm deciding. I'm kind of tired, but I gotta do update for my R. Kelly folks. We got some update, and I'm doing it membership only for updates on R. Kelly. Oh, okay, yeah. Members, we're gonna go into membership. We're gonna talk about everything. Membership, okay. Membership, okay. I'll see you guys in a minute, members. See you guys in a minute. I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff, members, okay. Good night, everybody. And tomorrow we'll do Shirley's strawberry stuff. But tonight we're gonna go to members and we're gonna go have a discussion. Oh, members. Yeah, members. Good night, everybody. Night. Let's get some church music rolling. And thank you to my what do you call Cash App. Thank you for my Cash App. Let me see who gave me Cash App. Thank you, Renee. And thank you. Let's see who else gave me Cash App. Hold on. Renee, and thank you, Trissy. And thank you, Tall Glass. Thank you, Tall Glass. Thank you, Renee. And thank you, Trissy. Thank you for Cash App. Appreciate it, peeps. All right. Let's see you guys later. All right. Go to bed. I am going to bed. I'm going to bed. Good night. But I got to do my little live for my my members. I got to go behind the scene and talk. All right. Bye, guys. Good night. Church music coming on. Bye, everybody. Hold on, forgot to pray. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Lord, I pray that every single one of my subscribers, my bushwatchers, all those that's in this chat, I pray that they have a wonderful night. I pray a hedge of protection all around them, around everyone, even the ones that come across this channel. Father, I pray for every single body. I pray for our leaders. I pray for those in different nations. I pray that you bless your people everywhere. Please continue to guide us. Please continue to protect us, Father. We thank you for everything that you do. We thank you for who you are. We give you honor. We give you praise. We ask you to forgive us for our sins. And we love you, Lord. We honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Bye, guys.